600,000 stimulus payments have just been issued to Social Security beneficiaries and SSI recipients. The IRS and Treasury tells us that batch number 6 of stimulus payments has just been sent with an official payment date of April 21st. These are the economic impact payments authorized by the American Rescue Plan, $1,400 per check for eligible individuals. Now, the IRS has been sending these payments in batches, with the first batch being sent on March 12th. Now that we're at batch number 6, the IRS tells us it's about 2 million more payments that they have issued, about $3.4 billion that has gone out the door. Since March 12th, that total looks more like 161 million payments, totaling over $379 billion. Let's talk more about who got this batch number 6 of stimulus payments. First, like we said, 600,000 Social Security beneficiaries and SSI recipients. Also, 700,000 people that weren't known to the IRS before. That means that they filed a 2020 federal tax return. And by filing that tax return, they identified themselves and their dependents to the IRS and were able to get stimulus payments for every eligible individual on that tax return. 700,000 payments also were sent as supplemental or plus up payments. These are people who maybe filed a 2019 tax return and the IRS sent them a stimulus check. And then they filed a 2020 tax return and it showed that their income went down and they were entitled to more stimulus money. Those are called plus up payments. They got a second stimulus check to make up the difference of what they were owed. And over 700,000 of those instances happened in this batch number 6. How the money was sent this time around was more on paper than it was electronically. Thus far, most of the payments have been by direct deposit. This time around, most of the payments, 1.1 million, were paper checks. The other 900,000 were direct deposit payments. And like we said, that official payment date was April 21st. So what's next? The IRS says they're not done. They're going to keep sending more batches. They're going to do this on a weekly basis. They're also going to keep assessing people that are eligible for those supplemental payments. And they encourage people to consider filing a 2020 tax return. If you haven't yet filed and you're not someone who typically files a tax return, they encourage you to do so. One of the main reasons is to identify not only yourself, but your dependents to the IRS. Like we said, each qualifying dependent, so that could be a child under the age of 17 that lives in your home. It also could be an adult dependent, a child that maybe is a college student, or maybe an adult with disabilities or an elderly dependent that you have living in your home. They each are entitled to $1,400 as well. Filing that 2020 federal tax return is going to identify everybody who is eligible for payment. In the description below, more from the IRS, a press release about batch number 6, and more information on how to file a federal tax return for the very first time.